Welcome to 5 Minutes Serverless. In this episode, we will build a Stripe events processor using Aws SAM, EventBridge, and TypeScript. Stripe is one of the most popular payment processors. Many of us use it in our applications. Stripe has an excellent API, and it can send us events using webhooks. For example, it can notify us when it generates a new invoice or process a payment. In this video, we'll build a serverless application that receives webhook events from Stripe and sends them to the EventBridge event bus for further processing. Before we begin, make sure you have the following prerequisites. Let's start by creating a new folder. Feel free to pick the name you like. We'll call it Stripe Events. Then navigate to your new folder using your terminal. You can initialize an Aws Sam project by running the following command from your new folder using your terminal. This command will create a new Aws Sam project with a Hello World function written in TypeScript. Let's try to build and deploy this project to confirm that everything works as expected. To build a project, run the npm run build command from your project folder in your terminal. Then run the Aws Sam guided command to deploy the SAM project to your AWS account. SAM will guide you through the deployment process and create the samconfig (toml) file with your deployment configuration. The samconfig file will look similar to the file you see right now. As we'll use serverless application repository in a minute, let's edit the samconfig file. Add capability_auto_expand to the list of capabilities, to allow SAM to deploy SAR apps. Now that everything is ready, let's build our application. First, create an EventBridge event bus. To do so, add the following code to the resources section of your template YAML file. Then, add the generic webhook to EventBridge application from Serverless Application Repository. You can find the generic webhook to EventBridge application on Serverless Application Repository. You can also add SAR app by adding the following code to the resources section of your template file. Finally, create a Lambda function to handle Stripe event. Add the following code to the resources section of your template file. The most interesting part of our function is the event. This tells EventBridge to run our function only when it receives the event with charge succeeded type in event body. We are also using the CloudWatch event as a trigger type because CloudWatch events are now part of EventBridge, and SAM does not have a separate EventBridge trigger type at the moment. At the bottom of your template file, add the following snippet to export the webhook URL and function logical ID. We need the webhook URL for Stripe, and function logical ID to be able to read logs using SAM. The next step is to create a Lambda function code. Create the charge processor folder in the source folder, and create the Lambda TS file inside with the following content. Let's analyze it line by line. At the top of the Lambda TS file, add source map support. Without this line, CloudWatch would not be able to show human-readable error stack traces. Then import the type from the AWS Lambda module. We use the scheduled event because that's the trigger type for the CloudWatch events and EventBridge triggers. Finally, export the handler function that will log the event. Let's build and deploy the project again. You do not need a guided flag anymore because you have a SAM config file. When the deployment finishes, SAM will output the URL of the Stripe webhook. To test our solution, go to Stripe and add a new webhook. Use the URL from SAM deployment output, subscribe the webhook to the charge succeeded event, and send a test event. Confirm that your function works by running the following command from your terminal. Make sure you replace logical_ID with your function logical ID, and region with AWS region you use. This command will print the error log from CloudWatch log stream to your terminal. That's it. We built a simple Stripe webhook handler. It does not have a complex business logic, however it has a scalable structure that allows you to build the logic you need. Thanks for watching the first episode of 5 Minutes Serverless. Feel free to send me feedback or questions on Twitter.